Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo and I am here for Promised Neverland Episode 3. Last time on the Promised Neverland, the game is afoot. Mama has a way to track the children, which is a big deal. This sort of sets up like an unscheduled, unknown when she'll look at her compact, but when she does, she knows where everybody is. So if they can work around that, that's great. But this is a huge obstacle to actually making any kind of moves. And even for like meeting up or planning, because if she checks her compact regularly, then she'll realize that Norman, Emma, and Ray are like meeting up outside and talking and standing in the same place for a while. It makes it very difficult for them to go to the edge of the fence or anywhere. It's a bad time. To add to the bad time, we have a new helper arriving, and she is Sister Crone, and she is a big, scary lady, and to my mind, she fits the trope of the big, burly enforcer nurse who is cruel, and so I'm waiting for that to come to fruition. I get the feeling that we're gonna find out exactly what she's capable of in this next episode, and find out just how cruel she can really be behind that smile, because it's very clear that that smile is a mask. If we didn't already know that the mother characters, or whatever they are, the caretakers, are keeping these children imprisoned so that they can feed them to demons and are aware of the whole demon feeding thing, then even if we weren't aware, she would still come off as a very scary character, because she is a big, creepy woman with way too smiley a face. Way too smiley. Scary lady. So, without further ado, let's get into the Promised Neverland. Yeah, let's do it. There will be multiple versions. You can find versions on BitChute and Mega. You can also watch this version with the beep beep timer if you want to sync up with your own media, or you can watch the ones in the links in the description if you want the full picture-in-picture thing. BitChute will be toaster quality as usual, because they re-encode everything to like 480p, and Mega will be pretty darn good quality, but you might have to download it in order to view it. Okay? Chill stuff fast as possible. If you like it, go ahead and like it. If you hate it, go ahead and dislike it. If you're not subbed and you want more, this is what I do, so you might want to do that. And if you are subbed and you're not getting the videos, perhaps the bell can help. If you really enjoy this content or want to support this guy who's making it, patreon.com/Teeaboo is a place where you can go to throw me a couple of bucks and get access to our Discord and early access to a bunch of my other shows and good stuff like that. So check that out. Okay. There will be a beep beep timer. I already said stuff about it. Yeah, it'll go here. Oh, we don't have an intro scene. We just start with the OP. What's with the aspect ratio? Was it normally like this? We'll see if this aspect ratio fixes itself once we get out of the OP, because I don't remember this being a thing. Okay. Weird. Mm-hmm. Oh! どうして? Why? You think you're gonna be able to get info out of Sister Crone? Buddy. Big time. Or just not. Under the neck thingy. Even if you do break it, that becomes an immediate warning sign. Oh, a scar. Right. Good idea. Oh. Turn to this side? They know each other, okay. Calls her senpai. So there are many plants. My adorable children. Perfect scores. Are they... So getting perfect scores... Beneficial how? Ugh. She talking to herself in a mirror? Driven by desire. That's a creepy doll. She's damaged somehow. By selling out Isabella? That's not a good idea. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, she's creepy. Okay, this is useful. Can nobody hear her doing her mad ravings? Isn't she right in the middle of the other children's rooms? That was some great little bit of character acting there. That was nice. Really effective. Also, they don't know that Rei is in on it. That's the biggest advantage that the three have. Fake your deaths? Oh. Oh, Rei. I like where you're going with this, but damn, that's difficult. So I get the feeling that the women who've become mothers are former children who get full scores on the tests. Oh, man. What are you thinking? From Mama. Hi. Oh, she's checking. Yee. Hey, Emma, what are you doing feeling up the kids? Don't tell her. Do not tell her. Oh. Uh-huh. What? But Mama protects the kids. Ah. Ooh, it's an old school big ol' ham radio type thing. Mosquito. Hmm. The Tifari? The boss. The flowers. All capital, boss and him. Lord of the Demons? Something like that. Now, this girl's figuring stuff out. Is Crone gonna use her? How so? Oh. Yeah, you need to remove it, not destroy it. Have you been followed by Crone? This camera placement gives the impression that they're being watched. Yeah. It's true though. Yeah. Steal the truck? Oh. Playing tag. Oh. Okay. That's pretty cool. Teaching through the game. I like this track. Especially the way that it's switching between stereo channels. You've been caught. Ah, hello, Crone. That was a smile. Let me play. She's going to reveal her terrifyingness. She just said, I am the demon, didn't she? Watashi ga Oni? Gonna find. Oh my god. Oh, that's terrifying. She's in heels too. Oh shit. The hunt. The hunt is on. So, practice. But this is a way for her to demonstrate that they have no ability to hold a candle to her. She baited them. Clocks. Tick tock. Ah! Nope. Oh my god, Sister Crone. I love this track too. She is much scarier. Oh shit. Oh my god. Oh my god, she's terrifying. Where'd they go? Where'd they be? Oh my god. Haha. Just memorized all of the traits. Uh-huh. Not now. If you saw the harvest, then I'm on your side. That's a lie, but it's a very clever lie. Hello. Couldn't catch 'em all. Yeah, she's gonna use her. She still suspects you. Yes. Ooh, this is an interesting bit of camera movement. It's like we're on a pendulum. But an unknowing accomplice, really. Just casually following orders. And of course, it's the girl with the bob cut. She's looking at all of them. Ha 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 ha. Ah ha ha ha. Ah. Ain't nobody you can trust. Okay. This has gotten really interesting. And it's because there is a genuine battle of wits going on between the three children and the two caretakers. But there are also layers to this conflict. Like, everyone is out for themselves, essentially. The only people who are unified are the three. Sister Crone is paying lip service, if you will, to following Mama's orders, but she has an ulterior motive. She wants to take Mama down so that she can rise. That's really interesting. I will also say that this episode goes a long way toward making Sister Crone a genuinely terrifying character. The scenes of her running behind the children and keeping pace with them and catching all of them, woo, fire. Really good stuff. She's unpredictable. She's genuinely, to an extent, insane, right? Like, she's a broken person. And we don't know why or how she got this way, but she's talking to a doll, treating it like it's a real child. And, like, that whole scene of her in her room alone, basically singing out her joyous desire and her plan, was fantastic. I loved that scene. And I guess from one perspective, you could say that that's sort of just like a character expositing what they're going to do instead of showing us. But I think it goes a long way toward making Sister Crone unpredictable and more terrifying. It's really good. I like it. Her, like, everything she does is laced and dripping with malice, right? Like, behind that smile is an evil human being, genuinely evil. And we get the same feeling from Mama. Mama's just a little bit more reserved and maybe a little bit more experienced in hiding herself behind that smile of the mask of a smile. But Crone is good at it too. She's just, how do I put this? She's a lot more bubbly and flamboyantly evil. Like, she reminds me a little bit of Shia Poof. If you've seen Hunter x Hunter, then you know what I mean. Like, Shia Poof just, like, waxing poetic about how evil he's going to be. That's what it reminds me of, and I love that character type. I love it very much. But there are some other things that are of interest to me. So, one of them is the line that Mama says when she gives Sister Crone the list of papers. She hands her the list of papers and says, memorize all of these right now. It should be easier than scoring perfect scores on the tests every morning. Now, I don't want to read into that too much, but here's what I would do if I was going to read into that too much. The implication there is that Sister Crone, at one point, scored perfect scores on the tests in the past, right? Because otherwise, how would that statement make sense? The statement only makes sense if Sister Crone has had this experience of scoring perfect scores on the tests every morning. So my thought is, are the mamas, the mothers, and the caretakers, are they groomed from the farm stock, right? And if so, does that mean that Emma is in a position to have been groomed up to motherhood? Do you get what I'm getting at here? Like, okay, how do you choose a human to control a group of adolescent humans? Well, you choose the one that's smarter than any of them, right? Who's as intelligent as they are, can outwit them, and who has perfect physical abilities so that they can outrun them and catch them and stuff like that, right? How do you find out which one that would be? You choose from the stock that you're testing. How else would you do it? It's so easy, right? So if that's the case, then what if there's a point where they choose to reveal and give Emma that choice? Now, of course, we know that Emma wouldn't take that choice, but she could pretend to. And this is all headcanon, and it could be wrong. And please, if I'm right or wrong about this, do not confirm or deny my suspicions. Please, I don't want to be spoiled on any of the future stuff. So just let me have my bullshit ramblings. And I'll find out eventually. But it seems to me that they choose young girls from the farm stock and choose not to ship them out, instead grooming them up, and would have to be at the age that Emma is to change them, to bring them over to their side and then train them as mothers, right? Something about the way that Emma was interacting with the other children and the way that Mom was watching that really makes me think that that's the case, that she was a prime candidate for motherhood, or being groomed up. It would also go a long way to explain Krone's sort of seemingly not quite all there mental state, because, what if she had, say, lost a brother or similar, or a child or similar? Who knows? That would make sense to me. In any case, we figured out where the trackers are, but we can't destroy them. We could at some point remove them, perhaps, but doing so is very risky because there's a chance that the trackers will signal an alarm, and then that gives the game away, because Mama and Krone may suspect that they are aware of the secret, and they may even know that they're aware of the secret, but so long as they do not actually attempt to escape and they are still under control, it doesn't matter because they're being shipped off soon anyway. But if they try to do something like break the trackers and the alarm goes off, they're going to have to ship them out right quick. Interesting. The way that we talked about the higher-ups of the demon world was interesting to me. He and him was always capitalized, which is something that's, it's religious, right? You only capitalize pronouns like that when they're at the start of a sentence or they're God. Capital G, God. So the boss, capital. He, capital. Him, capital. His meals, capital. There's a big boy demon, and perhaps a king of sorts, perhaps a god of demons, or a greater demon, or Lucifer himself, who knows? Because we don't really know what these demons are. We're calling them demons, but they could be aliens for all we know. They may not be your classic Christian-style underworld demons, or even your Japanese-style Oni. They don't appear to be, although they do have unique masks. So that's interesting. There was also a word that was used without explanation during Mama's ham radio call. They used the word Tifari, and I think it was in the context of like the best children which can be served at the Tifari, as though the Tifari is either a place where perhaps like that's the name of the Demon Lord's palace or something like that, or it's a festival of some kind. Or an event. Those would make the most sense in context. It's not a name, because then it would be served to Tifari, not served at the Tifari. Interesting. This episode goes a long way toward forwarding the mind games and schemes, and showing us as the audience exactly who Sister Krone is and what she's capable of. And it's a terrifying thing that she's capable of. She is an athlete, an intelligent thinker. She out-strategizes a number of the children and catches them. So, but by doing so, she's also revealed that to them, so they know they have to step it up if they're going to actually escape. Interesting. Very interesting. I really like this episode. In fact, I might say that this is my favorite episode so far, just because there's nothing that felt overdone. There were a lot of little cool cuts that were visually interesting and compelling. There was some fall off in the quality of some of the shots. Like, a lot of the background characters didn't have faces, or their faces were relatively poorly drawn. But that's sort of a minor thing that I can overlook when the episode is also stuffed to the brim with little interesting cuts. Like the cuts of Sister Krone just powering down the hillsides, right? Just running like a beast. Those were really effective. Those were really good at putting us into the perspective of somebody being chased by Sister Crone and just how terrifying that is, because she seems unstoppable. She seems like a freight train, and I wouldn't want to run away from her. So that was really effective. The dialogue between Sister Crone and Mama was like I was on the edge of my seat there. Like, what are they going to say? Are they going to say anything? Are they going to let anything slip that lets us, the audience, know more about what's going on? The scene with Sister Crone, like, waxing poetic about her evil plans to her doll and herself in the mirror, and sort of dancing around and being very flamboyant with how I'm going to do this. Fantastic. It really lets us into her mindset, and it's terrifying. It's right on the money. It's effective as fuck. So let me know what you thought about it in the comments. I didn't do a comment spotlight in this video, and I should have, but I woke up kind of late and I just want to get this out as quickly as possible, so I didn't do a comment spotlight. I will try to do one next time, so leave cool comments down below and maybe I'll read them out and talk to you about them in the next episode, okay? All right, so I'm going to wrap this up. I've been Teeaboo. This has been The Promised Neverland, Episode 3. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Peace.